Good Monday morning. There's a lot to talk about, things going on in the tropics. We have 3 named systems and some changes with Milton. You can see I had this labeled a Cat 2. That was through daybreak this morning. The Hurricane Center just put out a special update saying they found Category 3 strength winds and the pressure is falling. So we now have Milton as a major hurricane. I'll update that graphic. We're going to talk about Milton in great detail. I just quickly want to mention before we jump into Milton that we do still have a high threat of rip currents for our beaches and down through the Outer Banks due to some of the swells that were coming out from Kirk. Kirk is now far to the north over the North Atlantic. We have Leslie there, and there is another storm system that has some potential around the Cabo Verde Islands. As for Kirk, again, it's going away. It'll bring some nasty weather into Europe eventually, some wet weather expected there, but not a threat to the U.S. Leslie, again, expected to kind of follow on the heels of Kirk, not a threat to the United States. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about those or this area out around the Cabo Verde Islands. We're going to see this kind of moving off to the north eventually. Milton is the one that we are really concerned with. We're going to focus on Milton and get into this. Now a Category 3 hurricane, a major hurricane. Forecast track hasn't changed. It's still going to make a run towards the Florida Gulf Coast, and especially it's going to be around the Tampa area, maybe just south of Tampa. You can see but pretty close to the bay there as it comes in, most likely as a Category 3, possibly a Category 4, but potentially a major hurricane there at landfall. It moves across Florida, a lot of wind, a lot of rain. It's a fairly quick mover. It will accelerate off to the east-northeast. And keep in mind, we've had a cold front that we've been watching. That's going to push through our area in Hampton Roads in the mid-Atlantic. It's going to settle down to the south, and that's going to help kind of steer this thing off to the east and keep it away from North Carolina and Hampton Roads. So while we see this thing making a turn to the northeast, it doesn't at this point look like it's going to run up the coast. It looks like it will shoot off to the east thanks to the presence of this stronger front coming in and kind of keeping it down that way. Now, this is going to present a lot of trouble for Florida. Very heavy rain, obviously a concern. Powerful winds, tornadoes, also storm surge, and a lot of wave activity. Take a look at this wave model, and as we go into Wednesday, you can see how it's really kicking things up there. Some of the waves, maybe 30 feet, the seas are higher with Milton as a strong Category 4 hurricane getting closer and then eventually coming into Tampa Bay. So flooding is going to be a big concern there. We will, of course, keep you updated on this and all of the tropics throughout the season, but specifically, I want you to stay weather aware as Milton makes its run towards Florida as we go through the middle of the week, most likely making that landfall as a major hurricane Wednesday evening into early Thursday. We'll keep you updated.